Well, hello out there in YouTube land. Where in the heck have I been? Well, stick around and I'll let you know what's going on. This is Surviving 2 coming to you with another video. Yeah, I think the more appropriate wording is, where the hell have I been for the last 2 months? Yeah, I think the last video I did was January, February, March, April, May 26th of this year, and then a little bit after that, what was it, June 2nd. That's when everything took a friggin' nosedive for me. It was right after that. I did the video on the 26th. Then I did a couple of postings. I'm looking at some notes over here because I had to write all this out because there was a lot of shit. And then the last post was June 2nd. That's where I was doing all my Axe stuff and doing some postings and everything. And during May, I was only able to kind of stay under my shed and my awning and everything. And because there was so much rain, it wasn't heavy rain, but it was rain. And of the 31 days there was, what was it, 19 days of constant rain. And like I said, it wasn't a lot of rain. It was only like 7 inches, almost 8 inches of rain, but it was just constant rain. So I was under the shed and kind of working on that Axe thing, that Axe project, and there was just a lot of moisture and everything. And I think that's where I ended up starting to get in trouble, and I didn't know it. And I'll explain more of that in here in a minute. Oh my God. So at that point in time, I was working on the Axe project, and somehow like I said, I got in trouble. And during all that rain, I got into something and wasn't paying attention and wasn't keeping clean or something, and I must have ingested something, because right after that is when I got really sick. I got really sick. Okay, now let me back up a little bit. And I had been taking some medication, and I told you all about me, you know, getting some new medication, something I'd been on a long time ago. My medication was for something called essential tremors. A lot of people's got it, and it's for shaking of the hands and everything else. And like 89% of the people in the country have got it. A lot of them don't know it. You can take medication for it and it calms it down quite a bit. People as young as 14 can get it. So it's not just older people that get it. And it will help you, it will make you lose weight. So I was expecting to lose some weight. And as a matter of fact, between then and now, I've lost a total of, and that's 6 months that I've been taking it so far, I've lost a total of 30 pounds, which is good. Hey, I'm happy with that. I started off at like 250 pounds, and now I'm down to, which I just weighed the other day, 221, so great there. But at the time of when I started getting sick, which was sometime around June 2nd, June 3rd, and I started taking a real nosedive. And it was about 7 or 8 days that I was really sick. Right around, like I said, June 2nd or June 3rd, and I was in bed for 5 days and couldn't get out. And, you know, I wasn't able to drive. I didn't have the medication in the house that I needed to, and my backup stuff, which I do now, trust me. I've got some now that, yeah, I need to have, and I'm covered. At the end of that 5-day period, I finally felt well enough that I could go see the doctor. But during that 5-day period, I could not take any medication. I had to stop all medication because it was going straight through me. Now you got an idea of what I was dealing with. It literally was going straight through me. Everything was going straight through me. Luckily, I had the foresight to have a lot of water, drink a lot of water. I was consuming as much water as I could get into me. That was the main thing I was doing. I was guzzling water like crazy. I could not do anything else. I could not eat anything else. Did not feel like eating anything, but I was consuming tons of water, massive amounts of water. Be it that it was going right through me, I was still consuming it. I was getting lots of water. When I went in to see the doctor at that point in time, I was, let's see, what was the weight? 233. I weighed 233 pounds. Now, let's see, when was it? The weight right before that was at January, February, March, April, May 24th, I was at 243. So between 243 and 233, that's 10 pounds I lost in just a matter of days. And that was, I guess, all water. I don't know what was in me that was going out, but it was quite a bit. So when I went in to see Doc said that, hey, if you get lightheaded, you get lethargic, you get anything like that, you go to the ER. Thinking to myself, Doc, it's too late. I already felt that way. But I'm feeling better now. That's why I'm in here to see you, to see more, make sure everything's okay. So, so talked to him, found out some more information. We talked about some foods to get in me to help build things back up, stuff like that. He gave me a list of stuff. I made sure I went straight away right from there, got that in massive quantities and started eating a bunch of that, which finally I was doing a lot better as far as being able to retain things in my body and everything else, and things have gotten better. But since that time frame, my taste buds have gone to shit. Things do not taste right. Things do not, my tastes have changed. Everything has changed. They're still not exactly right, and it's been, what, a month now since all that has happened and taken place. So I'm hoping things will finally start coming back to being right and taste a little better, but I don't know. We'll see. I just have to play it by ear. But in that time frame of between then and now, right now, I lost 20 pounds. That was what, 2 months period, I lost 20 pounds. So in a 6-month period, I lost 30 pounds, and in a 2-month period, I lost 20 pounds. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to lose some weight, but that was a little much. So I'm hoping things slow back down again a little bit. So that was kind of wild. But anyway, that's kind of what happened in that time frame. But also at that point in time, my computer went nuts. It got really sick, started getting a lot of blue screens. I said, screw it, I'm not dealing with you. I just kind of left it turned off. What little I did try and do on the interwebs and with YouTube, I was trying to handle with a tablet and a Bluetooth keyboard, and that wasn't really cutting it. I was also trying to deal with stuff with my phone. That wasn't really cutting it, so I was pretty limited. I could watch some stuff on YouTube, but that was really a joke. So finally, at the end of June, start of July, I was feeling a lot better, and I finally felt like dealing with it. So I talked to several people I know, and I used to build computers, but things got beyond me. So I talked to them. We kind of figured out someone that might be able to fix it. So I went ahead and contacted this person, talked to them. They sounded reasonable, sounded right, and everything else. And I went ahead and took it to him, and he, like I said, talked and said the right things, said he would look into it. And there are histories in computers that you can look up and find what they do wrong and be able to decipher what they do and fix it. And he said he would look at the histories and everything and find out what the blue screens were telling him and everything. And it was also not doing downloads and stuff like that. So he kept it for a while, worked on it, brought it back, and it seemed to do a little better. And then it started acting up again, so I took it back to him. We went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this rolled on for close to a month. He initially made one charge and then no more charges, but this kept rolling on for back and forth, and finally I started getting conflicting information from him and everything else. So I finally said screw it, and I decided to go ahead and take the computer back to the people that I bought it from, and figured I was going to pay a fairly hefty price to get it repaired, and talked to them, and they told me it was the RAM, the read access memory cards, that were the problem. And you know what? This is finally who I figured out I was talking to. So they replaced the RAM, and it's still acting up a little bit. So I got a feeling something he's done inside the operating system. I don't know. I've been reading up on, luckily I back up my system fairly well, and I'm thinking about taking a a couple of snapshots of it or some other backups, make sure I get all the information, and I can go ahead and take in. One of the things he did, like I said, I do the history of it, and I keep information backed up. He completely wiped everything on the computer. Took all the programs off, deleted all the programs, and did, resetting the computer. So I ended up having to reload and reinstall all the software that I originally put on it from when I bought the computer. But it's still acting up every now and then, and I'm still getting the odd blue screens. So like I said, I think there's something he's done to it that's causing a problem. So I think what I'm going to have to do is probably damn near uninstall the Windows operating system and completely reinstall it. And I think I've figured out, I've been reading up on it and, checking some information, and I think I figured out how I can do it myself. So I'm going to, like I said, take a snapshot of it, it's kind of what they call it, and save it to a off-site disk. That way if I screw up, I can reinstall it. So I think I'm going to do that and then go ahead and see if I can't do it and completely reset it myself and reinstall it and do it that way. But anyway, yeah, welcome to my world. So it is what it is, but at least I'm back and I'm doing videos again, and I've got quite a few of them that are left over from back when I was doing videos, so I'm trying to get to where I'm doing more again. So I've got a bunch of odd end stuff. I've got some stuff that are left over from back when we had that snowstorm. Some things I learned from it, some things I learned from the winter, and some stuff I've done, and so hopefully some things that'll help you guys in the future. So I'm anxious to get all that put together and get back going on that, and maybe it'll help you guys or help somebody out there. So that's what I'm trying to do. So anyway, that's enough of me talking about this. I just thought maybe some of y'all might be interested in where in the hell I've been and what the hell's been going on. So enough of this. Y'all have a good time out there and take care. Until the next one, later, and be safe.
I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more in the future that I put out, just subscribe. Until then, later.